Now I close the styles panel. I will not use it anymore. It was just to show you that it exists, and you may use it in order to apply one style or the other among the styles you've made on the layers. Okay, now we'll put the layers in the right order. We'll put the trees that are closer to us, we'll put them above the other ones. And the trees that are far are at the bottom. So it is better to make the drawings that way. It will be easier for you. You will understand why later. But keep that good habit to put the things that are close to you on the top of the pile of layers. Okay, now I will work on one of the trees. You choose any of them, and I put an adjustment layer on top of it. So I choose to work on the trees that's on the right, and I go into layer. Don't go into image adjustments. We don't want to do destructive adjustments here. We want to be able to change the adjustment later. So you go into the layer, new adjustment layer, layer menu, new adjustment layer, and you choose curves. We will adjust brightness and contrast. And we don't choose the brightness and contrast adjustment, which is not professional. In order to make brightness and contrast adjustment, we go into curves. Okay, so that's a curve layer. Do you see the properties panel? You double click here if you want. The icon may change on your side, on your computer, but it's there that you must double click in order to make the properties panel appear. Or you go into window properties. And there you will put in the graph, you will put 2 points, click and move those 2 points in order to adjust brightness and contrast. Brightness is by moving the 2 points up or down, like that. It changes the brightness. And contrast is by moving 1 point in relation to the other. If you have that kind of shape, it increases contrast. If you have the shape the other way, like that, it decreases the contrast. So those 2 points are for adjusting brightness and contrast. The difference between the curves adjustment and the brightness contrast adjustment is that here you have much more choices. You are able to put 16 points onto the curves and move them and adjust really nicely. Okay, is it okay? Increase the contrast. So it is non-destructive. The gradient that is here on the layer 3 is not affected. The pixels are not modified. It is an adjustment layer.